sexual, romantic, intimate relationships as well as friendships where you invest a lot in each other, they don't ever end. Okay, so hear me out. I watched this Teal Swan video last night. You know, Teal Swan, this feminine mystic person who is controversial as a figure and speaks a lot of truth. She made a video which I posted in my stories about how relationships that go on for some time or that are invested in each other, and she means, you know, romantic relationships or friendships, deep friendships, they don't ever end. And I just think that's just so on point. It's something that my mind has been thinking about, but I didn't have the words to really define until I saw this video, because it's just so true in, you know, even in my work that I see for the last decade of having worked with so many people who are in abusive relationships, myself included. So many people who feel like they can't let go or there's something wrong with them because they're not over that person. And then, you know, in Indian society, we kind of also do this weird ass comparison where we will say, see, that person is fully healed. And how do we know that? Because somehow that person has this big job, or this person is making a lot of money, or that person is now married with kids, and that's somehow like seen as the life that everyone should get, right? And it is just it's just so false as an idea, because if you think about it neurobiologically, when you are really invested in someone, when you have had sex with them, and you know, you have kind of integrated your nervous system to theirs, right? You can't really, it doesn't go anywhere. That logically thinking, that relationship doesn't really end. Even if you were with someone who was a narcissist and a destructive narcissist who was intentionally out to get you, and you know, you became an enemy, for example, if even if it was that extreme in your case, which is fairly common, you loved someone and then they become your enemy, that is still a relationship. As Teal Swan says, it's a relationship of enmity. If they become your friend, it's a relationship of friendship. If you all never choose to talk and you become distant, that is still a relationship. The relationship is that that person and I are distant. We don't talk, which means that part of me no longer engages with that part of them. That is still a relationship. So when you are a conscious human being, right, and you are interested in the impact you are having on other people, on animals, on plants, on this planet, and when you really sit and slow down and take a sort of stack of your imprint on this planet, it might really help you to see it from this framing, that it is not wrong to still think about someone that you were in a relationship with, but what is wrong, you know, if you're a conscious person, is to not do anything about that to make it a more intentional response in your nervous system. Okay, so hear me out. For example, you know, your ex-partner and you are both conscious people, both doing inner work, and are able to sort of come back to the table and be like, you know, we really messed up in these ways and we want to be friends from now on, and I respect your current partner, or I respect who you are today, and I'm so sorry for all the things I did that really, really hurt you, and you did not deserve that. You know, in an ideal world, if your ex-partner is able to say that to you, you're able to say that to them, you have a great friendship moving forward. That's super great. If you don't have that, and your ex-partner is essentially a narcissistic person who believes that either they didn't do anything wrong, or that any discussion about the past is somehow you shaming them, and they become very defensive and critical, and they shut down, they might be kind of avoidant, you know, not attached really well, quite insecure, or they are just really abusive, like in the sense that they just don't have the capacity to really repair, you know, really engage in even little repairs. If that happens, and if you as the conscious person just say, you know, sure, they don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it, and you just forget that part of you, you're also letting go of the ability to repair with yourself. That relationship still exists within you, and you can repair that within yourself. That's what this account is about, the account that I run for the public, which is free. That's what therapy is for, which is expensive, and if you can afford it, you should do it. That's what inner work spiritual practices teach us, and that's where I think the larger Indian system is really great, because it provides us so many tools, from vipassana to many types of yoga, to really sitting with a guru and understanding, what you may have done that's abusive or wrong in your own relationship history, and how do you repair that. That's what good spirituality is supposed to teach us, right? So there are all these ways of still honoring the relationship that you were in, because it doesn't really end.